This is a story called The Immortals Society. Chapter 7, Out of the Shadows. Written by Anonymous. Jack Rowan took a breath of the night air as he stepped off the train in Montreal. It smelled like rain and concrete and possibility. The city lights reflected in the wet streets, bouncing off puddles like stars scattered on earth. He clutched his backpack, feeling the weight of a life he had chosen. A mortal life, at last, with no society to guide, protect, or control him. Beside him, Charlie walked quietly, her hand brushing his. Her hair glimmered with the faint silver of moonlight. She smiled, but Jack could tell she was nervous. He was too. Being free didn't mean being safe, not from the world, and especially not from the people he had left behind. Montreal became their first secret home. They rented a small apartment overlooking the St. Lawrence River, furnished with second-hand tables, bookshelves, and the hum of city life around them. Jack found a job at a local library, shelving books, helping students, and learning how to be unnoticed. Charlie worked as a writer for a local magazine. Neither of them earned much, but they didn't care. For the first time in years, money didn't define them. They spent evenings cooking simple meals together, talking about campfires and lakes, and sometimes, when the world felt too heavy, reading the letters they had exchanged over the past decade. Every day, Jack felt the strange exhilaration of living in real time, not as a member of centuries-old society, not as an immortal in a golden cage, just a man who could laugh, stumble, make mistakes, and grow old, and maybe, one day, die. But the society never forgets. It started small, the feeling of being watched, flickers of shadows at the edges of the street, the occasional envelope without a return address, containing nothing but a single note. We remember. Jack didn't panic. He had trained for this in the society's classrooms. But he knew that one day their freedom could be challenged, and the knowledge that he could never fully hide from them kept his nights sleepless. Charlie noticed his restlessness and took his hand. "We're okay," she whispered. "You chose this, so live it." Jack nodded, but the note burned in his pocket like a promise, a reminder that immortality had eyes, and it never blinked. Every summer, they returned to a quiet, hidden lake in British Columbia. This was their camp, their safe place, their refuge from the world. One morning, as a mist lifted from the water, Charlie spoke first. "Do you ever regret it?" she asked, skimming a pebble across the surface. Jack watched the ripples fade. "Sometimes. It's terrifying not knowing what's coming next." She leaned against him. "But it's real, isn't it?" Jack smiled faintly. "Yes, real. And that matters more than forever." Even as they built a mortal life, they kept in touch with friends and family who didn't know the society. Encrypted emails, postcards, hidden messages. Charlie's parents thought she was studying abroad. Jack's friends assumed he was traveling for work. But there was a delicate thrill in living a life that the society could not touch, a thrill that Jack and Charlie savored in every stolen hour. Still, each day reminded them of the choice that Jack had made. He was mortal, yes, but the society's shadow stretched far and wide. Every step outside their little bubble could bring consequences, and he could not protect Charlie forever. One evening, sitting on an apartment roof with the city spread below, Jack held Charlie's hand in his. "When I was 10, he said softly, "I thought living forever meant having everything. Now I know it means having someone worth living for, even if it's temporary." Charlie smiled, brushing hair from her face. "Then we make it count. Every day." He looked out at the skyline, thinking of penthouses, councils, and portraits that haunted his youth. The society might exist forever, but they could not dictate his heart. For the first time, Jack felt truly alive. "Tomorrow," he said, "we begin our own immortality, one day at a time." Charlie laughed softly. "I like the sound of that." Above them, the stars blinked in silent agreement, and the city hummed with life below. Endless in its impermanence, yet rich with the beauty of fleeting moments. Jack squeezed her hand. In this world, he had chosen everything, and nothing, not eternity, not fear, not power, would ever take it away. That was Chapter 7, Out of the Shadows, from a story called The Immortals Society, written by Anonymous. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you again next time.